Hello guys. Finally, after rewatching the show with proper subtitles, I feel comfortable enough to make a review on episode 2. Disclaimer: the robot voice often destroys names and mispronounces things, so please bear with it. Also, before I begin with the review and my commentary on it, please remember that reality shows have a lot of evil editing, so try not to be too hard on the boys. They might be victims of it, but also know that I can only talk about what I see on the show because I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. That being said, let's start. The 4 eliminated from Island: EJ, Sungchul, Taki and Sunu. More like you can't be looking for friendships in this show. Look at Taki and Nikki or Daniel and EJ. The 4 that were eliminated didn't surprise me, especially Taki. I mean, it was teased on the first episode, so I don't really have much commentary to do about this other than I'm a little surprised Sunu got eliminated, mainly because I think his aura and energy is really good, but hey, it's the first week, so he'll probably be back in Island soon. In preparation for the first test, here is when I think things became very frustrating to me as I was watching the show. Because most of the Islanders knew how hard it was going to be and that they needed to pick a center who was good at dancing and singing to lift the team up. This is why they all picked Heesung to be center. But even when they all were conscious of this, I'm not sure if some of them got lazy or if this was an ego-based fight or if they got ashamed because of someone watching them with a critical eye. But some of them thought that Heesung was being too strict and that he was changing the choreography, even when Heesung expressed that he did it in order for the dance move to look better and cleaner. Now listen, the bands that are at the top of their game right now and get constantly praised for their work, all have that one member that is known for being really strict when it comes to the team's performance. BTS has J-Hope, 17 has Hoshi and TXT. The most recent Monster rookies have Yeonjun. A strict member is necessary, especially in a group that is expected to perform perfectly like these groups are expected to. If they're not good enough, they won't debut. So why am I seeing some of them like Youngbin and K whine about how strict Heesung was being? Anyways, Heesung stepped down from his position as center, and since none of them wanted to vote again, they decided Nikki would be a good choice because he wanted to be center since the test was announced. Which clearly wasn't the smartest choice, because when they had their first evaluation done by producer Rain, he told them the center had to be someone who could make the team look good by not only dancing and singing well but also having good presence. The team reunited again after the evaluation to see if they will keep Nikki as center, and turns out they did keep him there. One thing I want to talk about is that I really liked Seon and Heesung's personalities. Both are very straightforward and make their ideas clear from the beginning, which is always good, especially when it comes to teamwork. There were also other trainees like Sunghoon who understood why Heesung was leading them the way he did, and Jake who, despite having a very short period of time, got the choreography ready pretty quickly. Ground. Basically, for the people who didn't understand what ground actually is, it's a practice room where the dropouts stay during the day to better their skills. They go home or to their dorms at night and come back early in the morning. They do this for the entire week, and at the end of it they have to submit a video for the producers, which they only have one chance to film, and with said video the producers will decide who has improved enough to be able to enter Island. The number of dropouts that will have a chance to enter Island depends on how many members of it are eliminated, so if one member of Island is eliminated, one member of Ground will be picked to replace him. My favorite thing about Ground this week was how straightforward the trainees were, especially to Taki, who kept mentioning Nikki, and they told him how Nikki voted him off and that it was a lie. He did it because he thought Taki had to do better. I didn't think they'd say something so honest, but they did, and I liked it a lot. If you want to survive in the harsh idol world, you better develop a strong personality and don't let people walk all over you. Talking about harsh reality, I really felt bad when GBM went blank because of being nervous and was holding my chest out of the sadness I felt for him, because I can definitely relate to going blank while being under stress. Let's send GBM a lot of love. Also, I saw this comment on Twitter saying that they had better teamwork than the Island Boys, and I disagree because Ground's teamwork was never tested. They're not under the same pressure. They didn't have to prepare a performance focusing on an entire team in a week, and if you think having fun with a group of people and comforting them when they cry is teamwork, I have news for you. That's called empathy, not teamwork. The actual performance. Personally, I didn't think the performance was bad. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, but I did like it and thought some parts of it were very enjoyable, like Jae's energy, Sian's voice, Jianu and Jungwon's vocals, Sunghoon's visuals, and Heesung's overall presence. But since I'm not a producer or someone who knows what they're talking about in this specific field, I definitely understand why their score was so low. 59 points. But hey, let's look at it from the bright side and hope that they learn that the competition is real and that it doesn't take only good dancing or vocal skills to make an idol. It's much more complicated than that. Stage presence. Letting your body loose. Being talented and showing it when you have to is difficult. I really hope they keep that in mind for the rest of the competition. Their lack of teamwork got 6 of them kicked out, so I hope they reflect on that for future occasions. And also, please do not blame Nikki for the team's poor performance. I understand he was the center, so the attention was mostly on him, but it wasn't really his fault. As we could all see with the numbers, most of them had very low individual scores anyway, so most of them have to better their skills if they want to be part of the final team. Can we talk about how much I love the voting system? It's like the show is getting them used to taking accountability for the quality of the performance of the team, and I love it because I'm confident it'll help them to think as a team rather than individuals. I mean, they're not even told who got which score. They're only shown the numbers but without any names, so they can't really blame anybody for it. I thought that was really cool. Something else I wanted to talk about was how human and professional the producers are. They weren't rude or mean like I've seen other coaches on reality shows. They were pointing out the actual important things and not being overly critical. Honestly, I really liked them. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. I enjoy watching Island and I'm excited to see more episodes in the future, and most of all, I'm eagerly waiting to see who makes it to the final Island group. One more thing. Who do you think will be the 6th to be eliminated in the next episode? I don't have 6 names yet, but I do think Nikki, K and Youngbin will be eliminated. And that's all for this video. Comment anything you want to comment. If you disagree or agree with me, or if you already have a final group prediction, or if you have anything to say about episode 2. But most of all, thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter. I'm really active there and always open for a conversation.